Happy Thanksgiving to all you awesome folks on my channel. Man, I hope you guys are doing great. We have got the turkey finished. We turned the smoke off just recently, and look at that bird. He is crispy and ready to go. My goodness. So in today's video, we're going to be covering something a lot of people have been asking about, which is CRO, Crypto.com, and why that entire ecosystem is all the buzz. So we're going to cover all of that and a whole bunch more coming right up. All right, friends, thank you guys so much for joining. Wes Spencer here. I am so glad you guys are with me. I am here on Thanksgiving Day at my parents' house in North Florida. It is an absolutely gorgeous day. This is the best part of Florida is, man, when the weather is really great and it's winter time, that's when all things collide. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, welcome. Wes Spencer. We're talking about CRO, Crypto.com, while they're making all of the right moves and why I think there's some really excitement and buzz inside of all this. I'm gonna kind of distill some of that for you because I've had some people asking. Also, hit like and subscribe, goes a really long way. Share this with a friend. Check out our subscriptions, we've got that, and also some awesome merch. You can see that all in the store as well. Okay, so Crypto.com. So we know they've been making tons of moves. I think on the Super Bowl, you saw like Matt Damon, you got like A-list celebrities that they're now working with that are sponsoring them. You also have some really exciting things too in terms of like the Staples Center in LA is now being renamed. I think it was like a $700 million deal to get naming rights to become the Crypto.com arena. So we know some big things are happening, right? We know that it is taking off. And one of the things I wanted to say right out of the gate is I happen to believe on the retail side of crypto, not the institutional side, right? Where you see, large institutions buying crypto and doing the things that they do on the retail side, just people like you and me. I really am starting to believe that a lot of the future in crypto is going to be driven by exchange-driven cryptos. So CRO is the native token and the native coin of Crypto.com, and you're starting to see a lot of other exchanges do the same thing, and it makes a lot of sense. One of the reasons it makes a lot of sense is on the buyer side. You talk to just your average retail buyer, and they're going to say things like, hey, what do you use to buy? And they're going to say, oh, Coinbase, or Gemini, or Kraken, or whatever it is. And you say, why? And they're going to be like, I don't know. I've always used it. It's always easy. It makes sense. It works for me. It's really, really simple. It's like not a lot of reasons. And so that's where you want to incentivize those users to stay in the ecosystem. And I think Crypto.com is doing a better job of this than anybody else on the market, at least on the consumer side. And we're going to jump into a couple parts in the app so I can kind of explain exactly why I think that is and why they're doing such a good job of it. And that's reflected in the price growth. You look at what's happened over the past 3 months, it's really grown in its price. It's gone from cents all the way into like way, way more than that. I have a friend that I was talking to just the other day and they're like, Wes, I put like $500 in like 3 months ago, and it's already tripled. Actually, I think 2 months ago. He's like, it's already tripled. It's just unbelievable. So let's talk about that. I want to jump into some things that I think are a really big deal in causing it to grow. So I've got the app open. I'm going to be able to show that to you on the screen as we jump into it. So there's a whole bunch of pieces to this, and I've already done a little bit of a review on Crypto.com, not like a full app review, but a little bit of a review in terms of the card, the debit card itself. If you haven't seen that, go search my channel for crypto credit cards. I covered them as an option that was inside of it. But there's some things I want to kind of dive into just a little bit. So first of all, let's talk about the card just a bit. One of the things that they're doing that I think is really brilliant with the card itself is they're thinking about how can we at Crypto.com incentivize people to start using a credit card or really a debit card? What's going to be the motivation to get them to switch? Well, we know a typical like bank-driven credit cards, like for example, a Chase Sapphire Preferred. It's one of my favorite credit cards that I use. There's a lot of points back, and it's usually a standard 2% back that you get. But then if you spend in certain categories, you get extra. Like for example, dining and travel, you might get 3 to 5% back. And that's kind of how they work to incentivize. Well, how do you unpry people from the hands of like a classic bank credit card? I'll tell you how you do it. The way you do it is like what they're doing. Look at this. So let's go take a look at Midnight Blue. Midnight Blue is their like introductory card, and it's 1% cash back. That's literally all it is on rewards, but it's paid in CRO. And so it's kind of like it's free for them in the sense of like this is their own token that they've created. And so it's much easier to incentivize. There's no charges for anything. It's not a big deal, but if you step up, let's jump up a few categories over into Jade Green or Royal Indigo and take a look at this back. So it's 3% cash back on everything. Unlike the Chase Sapphire Preferred, that's only a couple of categories, this is everything. It's got some reimbursements for Spotify and Netflix. And in my channel, when I was covering this in my channel, I was saying to me, that's not a huge deal, right? It's just a reimbursement, you know, fine, it's great. 12 bucks a month on each of those, you know, hey, I'll take it. But where it really gets exciting, and same with Airport Lounge, like I travel a whole lot, if you didn't already know, the Airport Lounge is not that special to me because I travel enough where me personally, I can get into lounges much easier. I don't need this card to do it. But where it gets really exciting is look at this, 10% CRO stake rewards. Like we're getting into stablecoin staking levels, right? Like on Gemini and BlockFi and the rest where you stake a stablecoin and make 10%, sometimes not even that. So that's like a big deal, going from like 3% cash back on CRO for anything that you spend, but then also getting 10% staking rewards. That's really, really incredible. Now, here's the challenge. It's not as easy to get there. You have to stake and store some amount of CRO. You can see this right here. You have to have $4,000 worth of CRO that you store for 180 days, half a year. And this is the rub that a lot of people have, or even jumping into like some of the elite categories like Icy White, you're gonna have to store, look at this, $40,000. Incredible, 40,000. So most of us are not going to be able to do that for at least 80 days or 180 days. And then after you do that, you don't have to keep it stored there anymore. But all of a sudden you get up to 12% staking rewards and you get up to 5% cash back along with all the other stuff that you see in here, right? And so that's a big deal. Even if you can't get to that and you're at one of the lower levels, they're doing a great job with saying, how can we incentivize users to want to use our ecosystem, make a huge win for them in both cashback rewards in CRO and staking rewards in CRO that go way above what's normal. And it's just building their economy. It's making even more of a use case for CRO. And that's why it works so well. That's why it's really taking off, is because of all of the use cases around all of this. And so if there's one thing that Crypto.com is doing a great job of, it's a marketing platform and a marketing team and a marketing plan that really gets people to start using CRO in an exciting, powerful way that is building its own economy. And it's also not just there. If I click on the little middle button here, there's some other things that work really well too. Of course, they have the Earn program, and I've covered Earn a little bit more. Like this is on par with just about anything that's out there in terms of like a lot of the other things you guys know I cover, Celsius, BlockFi, all the rest. So you can see its earning is really good, 6% on the CRO, just standard, even if you don't have their coin. And so that's pretty awesome. And then if I go back, and there's another thing I wanted to show you as well that's on here, is the spend part, right? So they're also incentivizing how can we get people active and using this on the spend side of the house, like maybe a gift card. I'm going to show this to you. So I tap on gift cards, and maybe I want to give someone an Amazon gift card. And so take a look at this. So if let's say I'm going to give someone a $50 gift card. Okay, so I'm going to go back down to 50. And look at this. If I use CRO, remember the native coin, the native ecosystem token that they have, if I pay in CRO, I'm going to get 2.5% cash back. Isn't that awesome? So again, what are they doing here? They're saying, how can we keep people in the CRO ecosystem as much as possible? How can we incentivize them from gift cards, from staking, from cashback rewards, all of these kinds of things? So they're really making CRO the crux, the center of their platform that incentivizes people a whole bunch. Now, one thing I'm going to say, because a bunch of you guys are going to ask, do I own CRO? Currently, no. I own none of this. I am not being sponsored by Crypto.com to do any of this. I'm just covering why I think it's growing so much. I am a big fan of CRO. You should do your own research. Don't just take YouTubers' words for it, right? If you listen to YouTubers, you're going to go broke. Listen to me. Hear me. You're going to go broke. Don't do that. Make your own informed decisions. Consult your own financial advice from qualified financial professionals, not people like me, right? But I will tell you this, I'm a big fan of what Crypto.com is doing. I'm going to get into CRO. I'm going to get into some of the staking because I really like its direction. I like its success. And I think it's one of the ones that can truly unseat one of the behemoths that are out there, like a Coinbase.com, because of how much better of a job I think they're doing incentivizing a rewards ecosystem around all of this. Not only that, but you know, they're adding so many more tokens. It's such more of a rapid pace, a lot like Voyager is doing in their ecosystem as well, that really kind of lets you find some of those diamonds in the rough and hard to find ones that are out there. Last thing I was going to show you is on the reward side itself. There's other ways that you can make money, like by referring people, by their bonus. And I'm not going to jump into the bonus stuff too much today and how all that works, but there is a referral bonus. I showed you some of the pay rewards, and you buy somebody a gift card or some kind of thank you. It makes sense to buy it right from here, get cash back from it, and use your CRO that you've already earned and staked to do it. Like if you earn enough every month, it's almost like gift cards become free, right? Which is really cool. So there's a lot that's in here that I think are really, really exciting. But I wanted to cover that and just kind of share with you, this is why I think in my mind, Crypto.com is doing all the right things, and why I think we're going to continue to see its ecosystem grow and the value of CRO grow over time, because I think they're doing all the right things. All right, my friends, I hope this has been interesting to you. I hope this has been helpful for you. If you got any questions, let me know. Leave a comment down below. While you're here, hit like, hit subscribe. It does really go a long way for yours truly. Share this out with any friends that are curious about CRO, and definitely let them know all about the channel. All right, guys, thank you so much.